What's up, you guys? Want to make a quick video here explaining exactly how I made $5 grand in 24 hours with high ticket sales. Today's Monday, dating back to yesterday, Sunday to today. Pulled in a decent amount of cash, which was 25K, in order to make $5,000 commission as a sales rep, not as an offer owner. The reason I want to make this video is to kind of like pull back the curtain, and I guess I can open this up. To set a realistic expectation around high ticket sales, because there's a lot of guys out there who just like throw out these crazy numbers and use it to like attract all these people. It's not really how I do things. And honestly, I don't really talk about the money that I make all that often. Like, it's kind of uncomfortable. I think if you're in sales, if you're in sales and you're decent, it's just kind of understood. You're probably making good money. Okay. So I've never used this to attract people to me, but you know, there's a time and a place, and if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. So I want to set a realistic expectation on what exactly, it took to close these deals, to make this commission. I want to pull back the curtain on the opportunity that allowed me to do this and the deals themselves. And, if I can help somebody get into a position to close more deals, be it through a new sales role or sales strategy, that's awesome. Okay. So let's run it from the top. Securing the job. So I was connected with an agency owner on Instagram. And when I say connected, I was just following him. I didn't know him. But we had a mutual follower. So I was following him, and he posted on his Instagram story one day back in March that he was looking for sales reps. And I messaged him. Now, quick tip here, in high ticket sales, and I know some of you guys might already be in it, some of you guys not. Maybe you guys are trying to learn it, but it's difficult. That's why I'm making this. In high ticket sales, these people don't really post jobs on Indeed, LinkedIn, you might find stuff on Upwork, but to be honest, they're going to do it in kind of new age marketing people ways, meaning like Instagram stories, tweets, things like that. And so this guy posted on his story, you can see I replied to it. He was looking for sales reps. I said, interested, have millions under my belt, different industries, happy to chat. Got wind of this through the mutual connection, by the way. Free for a call? Yes, sir. Boom. 12-minute call right then and there. These guys move fast. There will sometimes be a series of interviews, but some of these guys just move really, really fast. You'll see how fast we move down below. So I hopped on a call with him. And at the time, he was looking for cold callers and outbound, full cycle reps. And for that specific opportunity that he had, it wasn't for me. So I took it and I sent it to my network, which is the group that I run. And a lot of people jumped on it. It was a really good role for more beginner entry level sales reps. So members jumped on it, and he kept hiring. I kept referring people his way for other roles. Eventually in May, he was looking for European reps. I sent 3 people here. It's blurred because of names and companies. And he gets back, hey, man, appreciate it. Sounds like I'll have good options. I get him through the door. Appreciate y'all as always. So just keeping that relationship. If it's one thing you should know, the relationships and who you know in this kind of underground sales space or underground high ticket sales space is the number one thing. So eventually multiple people in my network started working with him and his team, and they were enjoying it. I was hearing good things. And 4 months later, one of these people who are in my group posted a job opportunity in the hiring section that they were looking for a closer, and there was promising earning potential. And this should be its own thing here. But one of the other closers in the group had previously posted kind of an update from him working with his team. And that was really ultimately what made me, take this a little bit more seriously this time around. So this guy posted in the group, hey, what's up, guys? Good to be back in here. I initially joined. I was so broke, my card declined the membership. I've been working a closing role I found from this group for 4 weeks, and have made $72.57 in commission in the last 7 days. Hopefully this can show that this shit really works. So this guy, if you're already in the group, you might know Diego, great guy. I'm working with him today currently. But yeah, this was enough validation for me to know that when they did post an opportunity, it was worthy of looking into. And now I got on another call with him and the owner, not Diego, a different guy, and the owner. And we basically just had a quick conversation. I let him know kind of a little bit about what I'm up to currently. And then I was given onboarding assets like directly after the call. Like there really wasn't an interview. It was like, hey, you're interested? Okay, you think you can do it? Cool. Now, why wasn't there an interview? Because this is not extremely common. I had already met him before, so that's one thing. But I've also referred him a ton of good employees. That is a reflection of myself, and plus I have a personal brand too. But the personal brand, it doesn't have to be massive. Just like put what you're doing out into the world somewhere so that you look credible. Because this guy, like, of all the sales reps on the team, I recorded a podcast with him. I'm not going to say which one. I'm not going to dox that hard on this video. Of all the sales reps on the team, there's at least 10 of them. I don't think any of them submitted a traditional resume to be considered for this job, the different jobs. So personal brand was huge. Now, that was a little bit about how I landed the role here. And you'll see, like, it was a long game. This wasn't something where I sent a cold DM and boom, next week I'm making 5K in 24 hours. Like, no, I was talking to this guy since March. It's now August 14th at the time of recording. So it just goes to show network, being in the right circles, playing the long game, not burning the bridges. It goes far. Now, onboarding, kind of set the realistic expectation here, which I don't think anybody else would share this with you guys. My onboarding account was like some logins to resources that I needed to do the job and a Fireflies account to watch call recordings. And I eventually started shadowing other reps, and I had the founders hop into some of the calls because it's a very technical service. I'm selling to savvy business owners who usually have a good sum of money and they want more. So very technical sale in a niche that I'm not very familiar with, or I wasn't at the time. And we're running a 2-call model. And my first close didn't come until the end of week number 2, but my pipeline continued building. And fast forward 2 weeks later, I had 3 deals closed in one day and earned $6,000 in commission. I didn't post about this because, again, by default, like, it's just not my style. Okay, but since we're here, since we're talking about it, this is what happened once that pipeline built, and I just trusted the process and got better and showed up and did all that, put effort in, basically. And to let you guys know a little bit of pre-call, I think what we do is very good, very interesting, and you might be able to take something away from this. So we've got Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and in the ad, it qualifies them financially, qualifies them on a few different things, right? Some important levers there. The lead form qualifies them. We also have appointment setters dialing and screening every lead and confirming appointments. We also have a pre-call mandatory watch video that's sent out to each lead. It's about 13 minutes. It explains our process, pricing, everything. Now, keep in mind, I'm selling a B2B service. This is not some coaching program. It might be kind of controversial to put pricing in like a pre-call sales asset. And I understand why. I love it because it just makes it easier for me. Why would I make it harder? Why would I talk to people that I know, no matter how much they love the service, they can't afford it? And when you have the proper lead flow, you can afford to do those things. So send out pre-call video. It's a mandatory watch. Honestly, people don't always watch it. It's just what it is. There'll never be an offer that you find where everybody watches the video unless they watch the video and then they book after. So on my end, besides all the stuff that the company has in place, I just check the CRM for the info they submitted on the lead form. And if they have a website or any docs that they submitted before, I'll check them. A lot of times I'm on back-to-back calls, so I just have like a minute or two to do this. Okay, and we're running the 2-call model, so it is a discovery call. The real like strategy would come after the discovery and before the second call or on the second call. So That's what we do before the call. So like, this is a rundown of how I landed the role. The onboarding is kind of shaky, and honestly, a lot of these in the high ticket space are. And what we do before the call is now let's talk about the deals. So in order for me to make $5,000 in 24 hours, I closed 2 deals. Deal number 1 was originally taken in the middle of June. So this was 2 months ago. This was right around when I first started with him. So it was one of my earlier calls. This one went to 3 calls. There were multiple parties, but they were high intent. Like, we were pushing the needle forward each time. Once this guy was like sold on it, he got hit with unexpected business expenses and then couldn't afford us. So I just kept following up because I knew he was in, just timing thing. Now, detecting when the delay is legit or it's like a smokescreen, you got to learn how to do that. But this one was legit, luckily. So I protected information here. I posted this on Twitter as well. But it's basically him looking to work out a deal. He loved the service so much, still wanted to proceed. I built a genuine relationship. I couldn't have done it without that. So business is hot right now. Okay, so you don't need the services anymore. We had been going back and forth before that. I'll close out your file, save you the follow-ups if so. No, not right now. Maybe in the future. At least we'll have the money to pay. So we had a good sum of money come in after the expenses. Had a little back and forth. He proposed something. I said we could do it. I can wire out by Friday. So from a lead that I had been touching base with for like literally 2 months to, hey, we got the funding, but yeah, we don't really need it, to, can you work? Can you do this? Yes, we could. Cool. Wire out by Friday. I'm filming this now. The money is in the account. It's he's already been onboarded. So this is locked in, right? Now, eventually, this deal closed for $10K startup fee. He paid 5 now. 5 is coming next week. I earn a 20% front end commission, so $2,000. On once the 5K comes in next week, it'll be the full $2,000. Technically, I guess now it's 1,000 now, 1,000 then. But our company, we also work on a model similar to RevShare. It's a little bit different, and I do earn a back end commission of about $3,750 once the service is complete. This service could take anywhere from 3 months to 12 months. I don't really know. It really depends on the business and a lot of other factors. So I want to preface this by saying the offer that I'm on and why it was so appealing to me was this back-end commission, which I had never seen anywhere before. And so I was like very enticed by it. This is not normal. This is not normal. There's some more information on this below, but back-end commission like this is not necessarily normal. And this is not counted in that $5,000. So this photo below, I tweeted this out on July 11th, so over a month ago. We booked his onboarding, and then he had these expenses popped up, and he got pushed back. And he literally said, like, dude, I'm going to sell an original Picasso to be able to afford the services. We booked him for an onboarding. It didn't work out. So anyways, that deal got pushed through, broke up the payment, but it's money in. Now, deal 2, this one followed more of our expected sales process, right? It was much faster. Call 1 booked 8-8. Call 2 booked 8-10. Co-founders. And then wire sent, contract signed before onboarding on 8-14, which is today, the day of recording. Proof here. Dylan, I'll wire Monday morning before our meeting. That's when our meeting was, Monday morning. But the differences on this one, I mean, as far as their business were concerned, these guys were just more liquid. They were also playing the game at a little bit of a higher level. We're talking about different revenue amounts here by far. And this was in the commercial real estate space versus the one above was manufacturing. Now, this deal was for $15K, in which I earned a 20% commission, so $3,000. The $2,000 from earlier, $3,000 now. Boom, you got $5,000 in 24 hours. This one paid in full, but on this one, I do have a pretty hefty back-end commission. This could take 3 months. It could take a month, 3 months, 12 months. It just genuinely depends on a lot of factors outside of my control as a sales rep. It's a $51,000 back-end commission. This is not a typo. Again, I found an extremely lucrative opportunity in a big money market. And my advice to do something similar to this. Make people with a lot of money more money. I know it's like super generalized, but I don't want to get into the weeds of it in this video right here. But if people are making a lot of money in that space, it's probably a good space to work in. So takeaways, guys. So these are the two deals. Nothing too crazy, but $5,000 in 24 hours sounds all good and dandy, but in reality, none of these were 24 hours. Sure, the deals closed in the same day, but a lot of high ticket people would use this 5,000 in 24 hours and scale the shit out of a coaching program or something like that. Like, no, I'm doing it to show you what's possible, but at the same time, show you kind of pull back the curtain, show you how it's possible. So takeaways as far as landing the role, build a brand, and it doesn't have to be massive, but brand yourself somewhere. Keep those relationships open and increase your luck surface area by knowing others and being present, specifically in a community context. It's very, very helpful. Now, deal-wise, some takeaways. These were not hard closes. Like this, if I had to put this on a scale from 1 being like high ticket closor, Grant Cardone-esque, to like 10 being enterprise SaaS account executive deal that takes 12 months. That's kind of exaggerated. These didn't take 12 months, but I'd throw it right in the middle, right? This is a, kind of a mature sale, meaning you can't use the high pressure stuff, but you still have to be intentional. You still have to move it forward. But also to take away genuine likeness, genuine service. Like, we provide a very unique service. There was a good service fit with what they were doing, what they were looking for, and follow-ups. For the sake of not having to clear out all this personal information, that text thread that I sent where he said I can wire out by Friday, you could scroll follow-ups, conversations. Okay. So follow up, but don't be annoying with it. And before you go, if you made it this far, probably wondering a few things, how you can do it, stuff like that. Really, I said earlier in the video, all of this stuff is so heavily network focused. There's 2 ways to grow a network, really, one by one or all at once. And if you want to optimize for speed, meaning all at once, I can help you with that. If you're optimizing for the lowest cost, I cannot. That being said, everything that I showed you in this video, you can do it for free. Absolutely. And if you're seeing this, check the free training through the link in my Linktree bio. I don't know when you're seeing this video, if it's far out into the future. Today's August 14th, 2023. It might be a different training. Right now is the training that I'm referring to, A through Z. It's 41 minutes long. But if you want help, you want to go far and you want to go fast, here's an overview of the community that I run. I've helped over 250 guys land remote sales roles, including the 6 or 7 that are on the same sales team with me right now. That opportunity came through my community. Besides the first guy, none of the other guys would be on it. And now the company that I work with only recruits out of my community. So my community here is kind of blurry, guys, but let me just give you guys the rundown. There's 20 hours of sales course material, and it's not just how to sell. It's how to navigate the high ticket sales landscape, scripts, templates, guides, resources, access to all the other members. We've got people doing, $0 brand new, or young kids trying to learn, and we have people doing $100K a month. It's not a typo. $100K a month agency owner, and some doing 50 up. As far as closers, 10 to 20K, pretty standard. 24/7 group or DM chat, role plays, review, feedback, 2 weekly live calls, open floor. You hop in anytime, and they're with me. They're not with some coach that's hired out. It's with me personally. Daily job opportunities. Today, I think we had 5 or 6 job opportunities go through, some exclusive, some public, but still just surrounding yourself with that stuff is very good. Priority on exclusive serial agency roles. So one of the roles that I posted today, $15,000 OTE for a closer, came through my agency. So I have a sales rep placement agency, and the members inside have access to that. call recording reviews, guest speakers, and recordings. Now, automation, nobody else does this, but in order to help you create opportunities, we set you up with everything to go outbound. As if daily job opportunities and the network was not enough. I mean, we set you up to run this like a business, and a business does lead generation, right? So outreach strategy and scripts. We set up the explainer videos, landing page, calendar setup. We help you with tools to build lists, and then we help you automate outreach. So while you're at your main job, you're sick or you're out with your girlfriend or whatever the case is, outreach is happening on your behalf and you're generating warm leads. We do it through Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and we have an automation specialist who's a young guy, sharp dude who runs an agency that does just this. Okay, so nobody else does this. It's something we offer you. All of this, I mean, there's memberships and subscription prices for all of this. It's included when you hop in the community. Then you get one-on-one support. And again, nobody else is really doing this because it's not sexy and it doesn't scale. Onboarding call with me, 30 minutes. The sales call, initial call to decide if this is for you, it's with me. The onboarding call, it's with me. Strategy call, it's with me, 30 minutes. A review call, once you go through all the material, you want to review, it's with me. A full intensive call review for an hour to 2 hours is with me. And you get 24/7 DM access to me and 24/7 DM access to our client success manager, Carolyn. So if you saw that, you saw the video, and things are adding up, you're like, hey, this might be worth looking into. Head to the description. You'll find a link to book a call. If you're not interested, just wait for me to post more results of those inside winning while you continue to work the job that you desperately want to quit. I'm not kidding when I say that either. I will continue posting results every single day. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, maybe not. Twitter, Instagram, and I will make it unreasonable for you to believe that this is something that you should do if you're serious about high ticket sales. And by the way, it's not just for people who are brand new. This is for people who are already in high ticket sales that want exposure to the network and the job opportunities. And this is for people who have 15, 20 years in enterprise SaaS. You just want to expedite your results. So if you made it this far, about 22, 23 minutes in, I appreciate you. And I'm looking forward to potentially chatting with you. And if not, I'm going to be coming out with a lot of other videos and providing a lot of value in other ways that I can. So again, if you made it this far, thank you. And I hope to speak soon.